Look how the diamond blink off my jet. Fresh in my white tee. See the progress. I'm a stunner, stunner, stunner. I'm a stunner, stunner, stunner. Okay, let's see what we got today. Apparently, this is a detailed explanation. I don't know if it's live footage of Cassie Ventura's testifying against Diddy for the sex trafficking charges. Fool, she pregnant. She at least like 6-7 months pregnant in this video. Is she pregnant with another one of Diddy's babies? Do y'all think she has another man? Cause if it was Diddy baby that she carrying and she testifying against the dad? Fool, that's just crazy. You already got 30 million, fool. Well, we ain't gonna waste no time, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. And go stream ReelyKT everywhere. Like the video. But, look at it, baby.
Jurors heard testimony from a key prosecution witness in Sean Diddy Combs' federal trial in New York City Tuesday.
I feel like they finna milk them. They finna have her testify every day, fool.
Relationship with Combs and the psychological, physical, and sexual abuse she says she endured. Ventura first leveled accusations against Combs in a 2023 lawsuit, which was settled a day later. Dozens of men and women have filed. 2023,
so it was almost 2 years ago. Okay.
Charges including
so probably somebody else, baby.
If convicted, he faces up to life in prison. CBS News national correspondent ReelyKT Duncan is outside the courthouse.
I
do want to warn you some of the details in this report.
And he didn't take the plea deal? Oh,
yeah, that's right. Cassandra Ventura, also known as Cassie, walked in with her head held high and did not make eye contact with Sean Combs. But she did describe a relationship that lasted over 10 years with Combs in which she says he was the one in control. She said that Combs introduced her to this idea of freak-offs, where she claims that Combs would hire an escort and watch her have sex with that male escort while he masturbated. Again, this
oh my God, what
Cassandra Ventura. She said over time.
Okay, for one, that's still not illegal. Weird, yes. Freaky, yes.
As she
illegal, I don't think so.
Combs was the
especially
one
if it's 50-50,
like every detail,
he ain't forcing you to do that.
In terms of what to wear,
you do that against your own will.
And even told Ventura and the escort exactly what to do. She said that she enjoyed time with Combs when the prosecutors asked her if she enjoyed freak-offs. This, for her, she says, was about one-on-one time with Combs because he was always surrounded by people. Prosecutors identified 6 escorts, showing pictures to jurors and explaining how travel was booked for them to different cities that included New York, Los Angeles, Vegas, Atlanta, even Turks and Caicos, for the purposes of having freak-offs. At times, I watched as Combs shook his head, sort of in defiance, when Ventura was testifying. The defense has not questioned her yet, and prosecutors say that Ventura will take the stand again tomorrow.
Again?
Fool, thank you for more. Let's bring in CBS News legal reporter and attorney Katrina.
One of the freak-offs lasted 4 days.
Ventura speaking
no
in
sleep.
excruciatingly
4 days straight.
Excruciatingly graphic detail about
these
freak-offs. Katrina also testified.
I don't think I last that long.
Knock her over, kick her, drag her, stomp her in the head. What stood out to you about her testimony?
Lindsay, what's striking about what you just mentioned is today we started to get
why is it all female reporters? Why ain't no dudes?
Side of this story. There's a video that people may have seen. It was aired by CNN years ago. It's become a video at the heart of this case. That's security footage from the Intercontinental Hotel.
I thought LAPD released a statement saying they couldn't do nothing about it because it was so long ago.
Assaulting Cassie Ventura. You see
how is that the center of the case?
Dragging her. Today, towards the end of the day, they played that video in court, and Cassie Ventura sat there rubbing her pregnant belly as she watched and talking about her experience in that video.
Fool, I ain't lying. He might be over with for Diddy, fool. I'm sorry. It's sad to say.
What had happened was they were engaged in a freak-off that she didn't really want to be a part of, and Combs had punched her. She knew she had a black eye. She felt she had to get out of there, so she waited for a moment when he was occupied. She said he may have been on the phone, in the shower, and she ran. He then came after her, dragged her, knocked her down.
That's a very big difference of being in the phone or in the shower. Which one was it?
That she just knew she had to get out of that situation. So we're really starting to get more of Cassie's side of this story. And a very striking moment in court, too, was that she broke down crying earlier during her testimony. ReelyKT talked about how she talked about
for I ain't lying. If I had $30 million, I don't think I'd be crying. Wipe my tears with these hundreds.
She really teared up.
With these $100 bills, y'all.
How sometimes she didn't know what side of Combs she was going to get. He would turn angry or violent with her, but she loved him, and this was a way for them to spend time together, even though she expressed to us that it was humiliating for her and something that she was mortified for anyone to ever find out about. So one can only imagine what it
But
must
you
be like
still
for her to
consensually
testify
did
about
it,
in
though.
court. Her husband
So, like,
and her
technically,
brother
don't
sitting
nobody
there as
feel
well.
bad.
Yeah, we should
'Cause
mention
you
that
did
in
it,
their
though.
opening statement yesterday, Combs' attorneys are saying jurors are going to hear things that they may think might be unsavory details about his sex life and preferences, or that he was a jerk, or even guilty of domestic violence. But he said that's not what he's being tried for in terms of the racketeering and sex trafficking. Let's talk about the second one.
I didn't even know he had a
who first took the
racketeering
stand
charge.
Monday, came back to the stand today. What more can you tell us?
He been racking tears.
So we heard more from him. He engaged in these sexual encounters with Cassie Ventura and Sean Combs on a number of occasions. Lindsay, he also testified about some violence that he saw. A time when he saw a liquor bottle thrown at Cassie Ventura. Another time when he heard screaming in another room, it sounded like she was being hit. So he was there for some of these occurrences.
What are you talking about, Gene Deal?
The prosecution really had a strong ending with his testimony, too, because the defense, during their cross-examination, brought out a text message that he had sent to Cassie where he said, "I love y'all," referring to her and Combs, and the defense was clearly trying to show that they had a good relationship. When the prosecution asked if they could just ask him one more question about that, they asked why he'd sent that message. And he said that he had been trying to reach Cassie. He was worried about her, and he sent it because he thought it was a way that he could get her to respond. So he ultimately seemed to be a very strong witness on the stand for the prosecution. The defense honestly seemed to be fumbling a bit when they cross-examined him.
All right, Katrina Coffin, thank you.
This is some, oh my goodness, fool. Why is she smiling? I don't like that. I ain't lying. And why is it all just female reporters? Anyway, man, y'all let me know what y'all think about that out of the comments. I could have swore I seen a statement by LAPD saying that they couldn't prosecute or do nothing with the video because it was so long ago. And then the fact that, fool, she ain't even do nothing about it. Like 2016? But she didn't end up suing her till 2023. I don't know, though. I guess we'll just see more and more details unfold in these next couple of days. But y'all let me know something out of the comment, fool. If y'all want a $30 million lawsuit settlement, just say you got all the money right then and there, would you even still want to go and testify? I feel like it's kind of like a 50-50 question, but fool, if I had $30 million, I probably wouldn't live in the U.S. no more. I ain't gonna hold you much. Let's be going to court, fool. That's it for the video, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. And I'm gonna see y'all next video, man.
Look how the diamond blink off my chest. Fresh in my white tee. See the progress. I'm a stunner, stunner, stunner.